Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are here at the street circuit of Stubble. We are here for some pre-season testing. As you might know, usually we do the pre-season testing on the same track that is used for round number one. So today we are here in Stubble because of that. And yeah, after such a very long wait, we are finally back with this year. It's the alternate Saturday series, and yeah, today we're here for season 3 finally. And so yeah, so we're here to do a little season preview. And yeah, so let's first start then with the review of the previous season, just having a little look into the standings, of course, from the previous season. And yeah, so let's then look at the standings as it was once again Sebastian Muller winning his second title just right at the end after Emerson Gomez was almost winning, but in the end he had a very bad race in Malaysia which changed absolutely everything, and Muller took full advantage of it with 3 wins in a row to end of the season. And then yeah, we see Carlos Leon with an impressive third place. Then we see it's Dave Gibson finishing in P4 just ahead of Sven Halberg. And then we got the junior driver from LSA, Jacob Ziatek, finishing P6 just ahead of Giancarlo Morelli. And we then have Roy Vermeulen ahead of Julian Maxwell. Then we got Ivan Bulatov ahead of Genki Nakano and his Hovertooth. Then the Matthias Racing drivers Tom Odgaard and Mika Solden. Then in the teams was also another fights, but LSA seemed to have things under control, especially towards the second half of the season. And yeah, so they won once again the constructors with full force finishing second on their debut. And then we have the NTPM finishing third, just ahead of the Levioso Junior team. And then we got Salvo Racing finishing ahead of the Von Willeberg Rush Squad, and also Matthias Racing, which finished at the back. So those are your standings from the previous season. So yeah, let's first now talk about the brand new cars for this season. Because as you might see, if you look very closely, they are not exactly the same as they were before. And you might even notice that they are slightly smaller. And yeah, that was made on purpose, as you can see here. And the main reason for that is because for this season, every single track will be a street circuit. And yeah, that's gonna be that play a huge effect into the reason as why we have different cars for this season. And but this had a bit of a cost, as a lot of teams were not happy, especially Sauber Racing and Gordon Miller Rush Squad that ended up leaving the series because of that. And yeah, there were obviously a lot of discussions throughout season 2 about this, but yeah, they just couldn't really find a good agreement because of the costs with the new materials, because these cars are also more resistant and more complex, because yeah, they're going to be running close to walls. And yeah, FIA was very concerned about the safety and all of that. So, but yeah, a lot of the fans have not really been happy about the idea of racing in every single track as being a street circuit. That was something that a lot of people really couldn't understand, because yeah, that really gave a lot of consequences because of that. And now we see it might be in a little bit of a low point for the series, as there's only 5 teams this time around. So yeah, it's not going to be the best of seasons maybe because of that, but hopefully the drivers that are here will still give us a good show. So without any further ado, let's then have a look into the teams. And the first one to talk about is going to be the renamed NTPM, which will now be called Nordic Thunder for this season. As you can see, they did change their colors a bit. They're going to be continuing with Sven Halberg, who is hoping to have a much better season compared to the last one, as he has some really frustrating results with I believe it was in Canada, for example. He was really not doing well. 2 P12s that he had, which made things so frustrating at the beginning. being in a fight for the title with Emerson Gomez and Sebastian Muller. So yeah, he really did fall off, and hopefully this time he learned from his mistakes and he can finally fight back. And then we got Carlos Leon joining the team. He was driving for LSA last season, finished third in the standings, and yeah, interesting enough, he's here now racing for Nordic Thunder. They are really betting on the constructors title this season, and hopefully also the drivers as well. Yeah, they really have quite a big investment this season, and they managed to hire one of the LSA drivers. So there it goes, and with this open a seat at the LSA team, which was then taken by Dave Gibson, who was obviously a driver from Full Force last season. So that means that the LSA did not decide to go for one of their junior drivers yet. They believe they're still not ready, and of course Dave Gibson will be driving alongside Sebastian Muller, the two-times world champion at 31 years old. He will be able to do it for the third time in a row. That's the big question, as he obviously is gonna have a big challenge here from Emerson Gomez, who did have a good run for his money, but sadly he did fumble the bag right at the end of the season. And yeah, he did allow for the German to take the title, but he's hoping that this season the same will not happen. And so yeah, he obviously wants to do his best in order to take the title for the first time, as he's going to be driving alongside Zietec. Jacob Zietec from the LSA junior team has now decided to join Full Force, as yeah, was definitely not happy that the main team decided to promote him. So yeah, Full Force has given a little bit, for a little bit of a gamble for this season to hire him, and yeah, let's see if it's going to be worth it or not. It's definitely a big jump for him still, even if it's not racing for LSA. Full Force was obviously the runner-ups from the previous season, and so yeah, they are looking like a very interesting team this season, and let's see what can the Polish server do this season. In the meantime, we got the LSA junior team, which will now be called the Levioso Talenti Emergenti. So we got Ivan Bulatov still driving for the team, the Russian driver, 21 years old, staying for the third season at the LSA junior team. And then we got a brand new driver. It's the only rookie from this season. It's going to be Sharvat. It's our brand new driver from Czech Republic. So yeah, it should be interesting. He's 19 years old, and let's see what can he do now. As he managed to reach our Sunday League series, and so yeah, let's hope that the best will happen to him on his debut season. And then we got our brand new team. It's going to be the Infinite Verse Racing team, and yeah, a team that seems to have some really good signings already, with Arin Vermeulen, that was driving for ATPM last season, and Giancarlo Morelli, that was driving for for Solver Racing. So yeah, it is a brand new Spanish team, and as you can see, they're really taking things seriously by hiring some two very established drivers. So yeah, it's going to be a very interesting season, and so yeah, we do hope that they can do pretty well. So yeah, this was one of the teams that was being talked about when it comes to joining the grid, and so yeah, that's it then for the teams. Let's just I'm just going to put an image here just so you can see how the lineups look like. You get some idea for also the drivers' ages and the nationalities as well. So yeah, that's it pretty much. You can pause the video if you want, just to have an idea. And yeah, so that's it. Then the next thing to talk about is going to be obviously the calendar, as we are going to start the season here in Stubble, as we then move for the 2 rounds at Formula E circuits, Hyderabad in India and then Buenos Aires in Argentina. And then we go to South Korea for Jinhae And then we got Nice and Esmirna, 3 tracks in a row. They are not the most known of circuits. A lot of people don't really seem to know these tracks at all. But yeah, they are definitely the products of FIA for this season. So yeah, because then we got Marrakesh from Formula E as well. And then you got the Motorsports Manager track in Doha. And some people have been arguing that doesn't exactly seem like a street circuit, but it is still a closed wall circuit. That's what FIA said about it. And yeah, this will very likely give us our first night race in this series. So yeah, it should be an intriguing finale. And yeah, so I guess that's it. There's not much more things to talk about. So obviously excited it is a small upgrade, but yeah, in terms of race settings, pit lane speed should be I think at 0.7 with mediums and hards being so nerfed with minus 4% speed. Yeah, it's gonna be it's also 0.25 tire wear and no damage, and the cars obviously are more resistant this season and also smaller to accommodate for the street circuits layouts for this season. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video. We'll be starting this season on this track as I said in Stubble, and we'll see you there until next time. Goodbye.